Khê Commune, Sơn Tịnh District, Quảng Ngãi Province. This land was one called Sơn Mỹ, or as the world will shockingly come to know, the home of the My Lai massacre. On March the 16th, 1968, U.S. troops launched attacks and committed a mass murder of 504 Vietnamese civilians. Our edition of Talk Vietnam this week revisits this land half a century on to learn of a different story.
Hello and welcome to this edition of Talk Vietnam. This edition takes us to the central province of Quảng Ngãi. Looking at the lush greenery here, a very peaceful scene, it is difficult to imagine that this used to be the backdrop to one of the most brutal massacres in the history of the American war in Vietnam. Now, it's been 50 years, and this place is actually where our featured guest of Talk Vietnam today calls home. He is a French man by the name of Bruno Serignac, and he has been very passionate about contributing to the local life here in Vietnam.
54-year-old Bruno has settled in Khê Hiệp village of Tịnh Khê Commune in the past 10 years. Here, the French-born retiree is most well known for his free English-speaking club that he organized for primary school students just 1 to 2 kilometers away from the Sơn Mỹ Memorial Site commemorating the victims of the My Lai massacre. Originally hailing from Lyon, France, Bruno Serignac had worked as a non-combatant for the French Air Force his entire life, until he decided to retire early to pursue travel. He first came to Vietnam in 2007, arriving in Ho Chi Minh City. How did his journey then keep Bruno in Vietnam, taking him to Quảng Ngãi and his English club? We learn more about Bruno's life in this week's Talk Vietnam.
Hello, Bruno.
Hello.
Thank you very much for joining us here on Talk Vietnam.
Okay, I'm very happy.
Yeah, so as we've seen in the opening clip, you've been supporting an English classes as well as English clubs running here in the My Lai area and doing so voluntarily. Can you tell us about how you first got the idea to do this?
I live in Tịnh Khê for 10 years. I live near My Lai massacre. In first, before, many children meet me and they say hello, but after they cannot speak. So after they feel shy when they meet a foreigner. So I decide to help them. I want to help them to speak.
So they were not very confident yet.
Yeah, they were not confident, yeah. They want to speak, but they're shy. They only know to say hello. So I say hello. After, can you speak? They say, they cannot speak. So I want, when they meet a foreigner, they feel more confident.
Exactly. Yeah. And why did you decide to hold the classes in English and not another language?
Me, I am French. So the first I want to teach French, but Vietnamese want to learn English. So they say, hello Bruno, can you teach English? Can you speak English with me?
Do you remember when you first started the English weekly sessions with the students?
Sometimes in the morning I visit some local school, primary school, and I want to meet the children. I want to know the way they learn English. So I go into the class grade 4, grade 5, and I try to speak with the children and the teacher.
And then after that, how did the class begin?
And after I meet the English teacher, and I say I want to speak, I want to help the children. So I say, can I join your class? In first, can I join your class? So every weekly, I go to the class and I speak with the children. And after I ask the teacher if I can open my own club. So she chooses some children motivated. And we weekly make a meeting. Yeah.
So that very first club or first class of English that you organized, what did you think about the students and how they reacted to what you were teaching?
In first, they are shy, and quickly they are happy. They want to play with me. They want to sing, because in my club, I don't want to teach. The English teacher teach English, And after, I want the children speak with me. Only speaking, only communication.
Exactly.
So we can speak, we can sing and play game.
Yes, and that helps the students to relax much more, right? And not be as shy as when you first met them.
Yeah, of course. When they meet me, they feel confident, they smile, sometimes they take my hand, and they try to speak more.
So what have been some of the best memories in playing with the kids and organizing the club?
My best memory is Teacher Day. Because in France we don't have Teacher Day. I remember the morning, Sunday morning, I remember, every children go to my class and they say, hello teacher, and quickly they offer me many gifts. Simple gifts, not a book, collar, pen, but they're happy too much and they smile. When I see the smile, I'm very happy.
Yes.
It's the best moment of my life, I think, yeah. The best moment.
So that was your very first Teacher's Day, right?
Yeah.
We follow Bruno to one of his weekly English club meetups at the local Tịnh Hy No. 1 primary school. The mostly 4th and 5th graders had already been waiting in the schoolyard to welcome their teacher Bruno.
Okay, yeah. Nice to meet you. How is the weather today?
It's sunny.
Rainy. Okay.
And the club's activities commence with an in-class session of new vocabularies.
Fish. Tomato.
Con được học rất nhiều về các từ vựng trên tiếng Anh như là rau củ quả, trái cây, hoa, động vật và nghề nghiệp. Con biết từ teacher, soldier, architect.
The children were particularly excited to introduce themselves to our English-speaking crew.
I like read comic book in my free time. My father is a tailor. My mother is farmer. I love my family very much.
No club meetup is complete without songs.
Bruno dạy những bài hát rất quan tâm cho học sinh và dạy học sinh để sau lớn rồi lên thành phố biết nói tiếng Anh với người lớn.
Taking place once to twice each week, the club is Bruno's hope of creating a fun space for children to not only practice English, but mostly to boost confidence levels.
I live in Tịnh Hy village in Quảng Ngãi.
For the children, they have found a friend in their teacher Bruno.
Dạ, thầy là một người tốt bụng, đẹp trai. Con nghĩ thầy Bruno là một người rất là lén cho học trò và thầy rất yêu quý học trò của mình. Thầy có thể giúp cho con học tốt hơn với giọng nói tiếng Anh. Trong tương lai thì con muốn lớp học của thầy Bruno có thể phát động loan truyền nhiều cho các tỉnh khác.
So I think with the club, it's not only about learning English, but it's about giving the children a space to kind of be more social and gain that confidence level.
Yeah, to be more social. In more, I want they try to speak. Communication is, for me, the most important in my club. Sometimes I invite some foreigner. When I go to the beach, to Micre Beach, I meet some foreigner. I ask if you are free, do you want to join my club to speak with my children? Yeah.
Sweet.
So sometimes they accept. So after my children have a chance to meet another foreigner from America, from Australia, and they have many chances to speak English. Yeah.
Yes.
As you said, when you first met the children, they were very shy. So how have you seen them change over the years?
First, I live here for maybe 10 years, so I know the children from their baby. On the first, they go to my club, they say hello, okay, they can say hello, what's your name, but only like it. They don't know to, but day after day we learn many things more. I teach what do you like, where do you live, where you from. So day after day when they meet me, I don't need to say anything. They say hello Bruno, where are you from? They speak by themselves. Exactly. I don't need to ask anything. I try to teach, introduce yourself. When you meet a friend here, what do you say? Because it's what they need.
Yes, we saw in the report that some of the children are very much confident in kind of introducing themselves and being very relaxed while doing so.
More, I want they do like a game, not like a class. For me, it's not a class. It's a game, it's a meeting, it's a social. Voilà. After 2 weeks or 3 weeks, many parents meet me and they say they are very happy because children go to my class. They say sometimes when they have a dinner, the children say hello. They say hey Cholonianto. They repeat. They remember everything they learn in my club, and they're happy to speak with the mother and the father.
Now, these English sessions that you hold with the children, they take place once or twice or even 3 times a week. So how do you prepare the materials for these sessions?
Every week, I try to look for a new song. Vietnamese love a song. They like to sing, And I use a school book. So I look for some new words, some new games, some song.
Do you find it difficult to prepare, materials, without a background in teaching English?
For me, first I like it. I do it because I like it. It's my life. Take care of my children is my life. But maybe sometimes it's difficult. Miss Lou, the English teacher in the primary school, she's my neighbor. She lives beside my house. So sometimes I go to meet her and I ask her, this week, what do they learn? And she said, you can teach this one, you can speak about this one. Yeah. So last time they speak about the family, you can ask, what does your father do? Many things like it. She helped me.
And of course, you've obviously received a lot of support from the teachers and the local school at the Tịnh Khê Primary No. 1 school.
Each week, in order to plan the material for his English club with the children, Bruno meets with head English teacher Cao Thị Bích Lưu. It was in 2013 that Bruno proposed to Lưu the idea of him joining in her English classes. It would not be until 2016 that an extracurricular English club run by Bruno was established.
Đối với thầy Bruno thì cũng rất là nhiệt tình với trẻ em, thương yêu trẻ em ở Tịnh Khê. Nói chung là trẻ em nói chung. Và thầy dạy với các em cũng rất là nhiệt tình. Thầy gần gũi và nói chung là các em có tiến triển về cái kỹ năng nói nó khi nó giao tiếp mạnh dạn hơn một chút.
Lưu also joins in many of Bruno's weekly clubs, engaging in many English games that Bruno has researched for the kids. There are 20 to 30 kids at each week's club session.
Vui giữa thầy với các em là qua những cái bài tập hát với những cái trò chơi giữa thầy với các em. Trong thầy tình cảm giữa các em học sinh trong nhóm đó với thầy thì rất là thân thiện, gần gũi và cũng vui mừng khi gặp thầy, gặp bất cứ nơi nào cứ hello Bruno, chào thầy bằng tiếng Anh và có thể giao tiếp bằng tiếng Anh với thầy.
In 2016, Tịnh Khê No. 1 Primary School, in collaboration with the Communal People's Committee, dedicated a classroom within the school grounds for Bruno's English-speaking club.
Now, going back to the very beginning, what originally brought you to Vietnam?
10 years ago, I want to visit Vietnam because in Lyon City, I help many students. I have a little French club, Vietnam French club.
Oh, really?
When students live in France, when they study in France, Vietnamese, first they don't know to rent a house. They need somebody to help them to rent a house, Yes. So me, I have a good job, stable job. So I help them to rent the house, sometimes to move the house, to discover Lyon.
So your history of helping Vietnamese students actually go back a really long time.
Yeah, and so in France, I have many people. After they say, if you want, you can go to Vietnam to visit my family. My family can help you to discover Vietnam. So the first time I go to Vietnam, I go to Ho Chi Minh City, and in Ho Chi Minh City, many people, the street little noisy but happy. I see some students,
Yes.
they go by bicycle, they ride a bicycle, and they wear outside, they are lovely. It's, for me, it's the first image I have in Vietnam.
So after that first trip to Vietnam, I understand that you came back to Vietnam. What happened?
When I come back to France, I decide to, I don't know why, I decide to live in Vietnam, to try to live in Vietnam, to try, yeah.
Just because you liked it so much.
Yeah, I like it. I said life is happy and peaceful, and so I try to live in Vietnam. I teach French in a foreign language center. I remember in Phu Nhan. One day, when I go to the park in Ho Chi Minh City, I meet a lady by the name Chin, very friendly. Yeah? So she was a student in Ho Chi Minh City. She rent a house beside my house. Oh. She live in Phu Nhan too, yeah. So we speak together, and together we visit some park. She introduced me some place to eat. So I begin to discover with her the restaurant, the way to live in Vietnam.
How did your love story begin or continue then?
After a short time, maybe 3 months, I must come back to France, but I miss Vietnam. Maybe 1 month later, I go to Vietnam again. This time I try to discover another city, so I go to Da Nang city, and I teach French in a foreign language university. And one time I walk in the street in the Sông Han River. Who I see in the street? Miss Chin.
So before that, in Ho Chi Minh City, you were just friends.
Yeah, we was friend, only friend. Yeah, we say goodbye, maybe see you again, but we don't know. You know. Yes. And surprise, in Da Nang city, so I meet her again. It's very, so I think it's my destiny.
In Vietnamese, it's called duyên, or just, the luck, the destiny, as you say, that you meet again.
It was that chance encountered again in Da Nang that saw Bruno and Nguyễn Kiều Trinh fall in love.
Qua nhiều cái việc Bruno làm á, tự nhiên mình cảm thấy Bruno là người tốt, làm cái gì cũng có cái tâm nên là mình thích. Một lần á, đi trên cầu sông Hàn thì đang đi vậy đó, thì Bruno dừng lại, cái Bruno đẩy cái xe cho cái ông xích lô á, ông chở hàng nặng qua cái cầu xong rồi ông mới chở mình đi tiếp. Mình thấy người này rất tốt.
A year after, Bruno and Ching tied the knot in the presence of Ching's parents. The marriage would see the couple eventually settling in Ching's parental hometown in Tỉnh Khê Common, Quảng Ngãi province, and Bruno calling Vietnam his home. The two built their own house on a plot of land given by Ching's father.
Rose. Don't touch. No, I don't touch. Okay, don't touch. Only water.
Vì là cả hai vợ chồng là đều là thích cây cỏ, cho nên là muốn tất cả mọi nơi đều màu xanh.
Thank you.
Hàng rào á, lúc đầu chỉ có một cây thôi, nhưng mà Bruno nhân giống ra toàn bộ rồi Bruno trồng xung quanh nhà, sắc khắp nhà đều màu xanh.
Ching shares that the work that Bruno is doing for the children in her hometown is simply Bruno's expression of his love for the people here.
Yeah. Thì đầu tiên là Bruno rất là yêu trẻ em. Rồi khi mà cái tình yêu đó mà nó được muốn thể hiện, Bruno muốn giúp đỡ trẻ em có thể tự tin để nói tiếng Anh. Mặc dù Bruno không phải là người Anh, không phải là người Mỹ, không nói được tiếng Anh tốt như người Anh, người Mỹ, nhưng mà Bruno có cái tấm lòng. Bruno tạo cho các em sự tự tin trước. Đó là Bruno mới giúp các em nói được tiếng Anh bằng cái cách tự nhiên.
Why did you decide to settle down in Quảng Ngãi?
Quảng Ngãi city is the hometown Chin. Here in Tin Khê, I have many family, many aunts. I have a total 6 aunts live here, and my father-in-law, and everybody helped me to live here. And my father-in-law offered me a beautiful land to build a house.
So in the previous report, we got a chance to see your beautiful home in Tịnh Khê, the one that you built from the beginning with Chàng. So tell us a little bit about the first days of living here in Quảng Ngãi. Was it difficult to adapt?
For me, I don't feel difficult too much because I have many family live here. I think the first problem is the communication. Because it's the first time I live in my own house in Vietnam. So I must speak with my neighbor, but everybody welcome me. They say, every day they come. In Vietnam, this time, no house have a gate. Every house open, you understand? Only me make a gate. So the first day, I remember the one neighbor come to my house, he opened my gate, he say hello. Many neighbors come to my garden and they speak together. It's everybody want to help me.
So as you said, communication was a problem in the beginning, but now after 10 years, you've gotten quite good at Vietnamese, is that right? How was the process of learning the language?
I think it's very difficult to learn Vietnamese, to speak Vietnamese. There have many tonality, many accents. So me, the first time, I don't take care of the accent. I speak normal, and many neighbors try to help me to understand, they try to correct me. Chin helped me too much to speak Vietnamese better.
Còn bây giờ thì anh đã rất giỏi tiếng Việt rồi đúng không ạ?
Bây giờ tôi có thể nói tiếng Việt bình thường. Tôi có thể nói tiếng Việt với hàng xóm.
Còn đối với gia đình của anh thì anh cảm thấy như thế nào khi là một chàng rể của một gia đình Việt Nam?
Đầu tiên gia đình lo lắng. Vì gia đình muốn con gái chính lại trong Việt Nam. But từ gia đình tin Bruno. Bruno là trông tốt, Bruno chăm sóc tốt, Bruno trông thủy với vợ.
Chàng and Bruno are preparing lunch. But Bruno has a very special visit to make before lunchtime every day. He takes lunch cooked by Chàng to his father-in-law. Nguyễn Văn Toàn, Bruno's father-in-law, is a traditional medicine doctor with a clinic in Tịnh Khê Common.
Xin chào.
Cảm ơn em nha.
Bruno mời ba ăn cơm.
Cảm ơn Bruno.
Bruno shares that it is his father-in-law that has taught him a lot about Vietnamese customs and traditions.
Vì gia đình thì Bruno rất là tận tụy về cái việc hiếu đế ở nhà. Bruno thường xuyên là đem cơm hàng bữa, mặc dù là tôi cũng không có yêu cầu, nhưng mà Bruno tự nguyện là đem cơm hàng bữa.
Bruno has learned about the importance of ancestral honoring and the sanctity of being a son-in-law to a Vietnamese family. His wife Chàng shares his way of thanking his parents-in-law for the land they give him.
Lúc trước nhà có cây mít, rồi khi cây mít có trái đầu tiên, Bruno lấy cây dao chín, Bruno lấy dao cắt, rồi đem mình mới kiểu trời lâu lắm mới có trái mít chín, ông làm gì lấy trái mít cắt. Thì ông cắt, ông xong nói là để tặng cho ba mẹ, vì đây là cái món quà đầu tiên mà cái cây nó ra trái, để cảm ơn ba mẹ.
Dr. Toàn is also very proud of the work his son-in-law is doing for the good of local community.
Tôi đánh giá Bruno là một người tốt, biết sống hòa nhập với cộng đồng và yêu thương mọi người và kể cả về động vật. Bruno ăn uống, Bruno rất là tiết kiệm, nhưng mà khi mà gặp cái sự cố gì của người khác là Bruno sẵn sàng bỏ tiền ra. Như là tôi thấy một cái bệnh nhân bị gần như tát thở, mà Bruno bỏ tiền ra mua máy cho họ thở. Đi đường á, tôi thấy như là con ốc sên thôi, nó bò qua đường là Bruno dừng xe, bắt con ốc sên đem về nhà thả trong vườn, không đảm nó chết.
Okay.
Bruno is now also learning bits from his father-in-law's profession, differentiating various types of traditional medicines and their particular usage.
Now, the place you're living here in Quảng Ngãi, the My Lai area, as we said in the beginning, has a very tragic history. It used to be the backdrop of a very brutal massacre. When you first came to live here in Quảng Ngãi, what did you think about that history?
So my family, my father-in-law explained me a little, he speak about the story, the history. Yeah? So quickly I come here to My Lai Museum. When I first visited My Lai, I feel very shocked. I cannot believe people can do bad like it. Yeah. Me, in France, I was a soldier. I think soldier should be a peacekeeper. Soldier should not be a killer. What shocked me is American soldier kill only people, women and children, people unarmed. Tincre people, My Lai people don't understand, maybe they don't understand what's happened. They live here normal and the foreigner come here to kill them, they don't understand. The more is terrible. They cannot escape, it's terrible. I see. When I see the photo, I feel the first time I feel very sad when I see the photo. I cannot see the photo.
Now, in the village you live in, and in this area, a lot of your neighbors are actually relatives and the second generation, or even some witnesses and survivors of the actual massacre. Kind of being in the same place with them and knowing who they are, you meet them on a daily basis. How do you think the people here have been able to overcome or move on from what has happened in the past?
People cannot change the past, but they can change the future. So they try to be better. In other words, they try to forgive.
Through what you have seen in the Vietnamese people, what do you think about their spirit in terms of being able to move on and to forgive?
I think Vietnamese must have a spirit very strong. They have overcome this tragedy and they can live stronger.
Living within walking distance of the Sơn Mỹ Memorial Site, Bruno makes regular visits to the memorial to pay respect to the victims of the My Lai massacre. It is here that he also meets many foreigners and becomes a voluntary guide for those looking to learn more about Quảng Ngãi and its history.
So I know one of your passions is to actually become an official touristic guide for Quảng Ngãi province, not just the Sơn Mỹ Memorial Site, but also for other beautiful sites of Quảng Ngãi as well. And you want to be able to obtain Vietnamese citizenship in order to do so. Why did you have this idea?
I love Quảng Ngãi province, not only Tincre. 7 years ago, 8 years ago, I traveled anywhere in Quảng Ngãi province. I visit many ethnic minority village. Yes. The first minority is Array. They live in Min Long, Bate, Sonra. And the second minority is Kror. They live in Tai Cha, Chabom. And the third minority is Kayom. They live in Son Tai, very far from here.
From that kind of travel around the province, how did you develop a love to become, to want to become a tourist guide?
Because I love Quảng Ngãi and I love meet foreigner. So I want to share what I know. I want to share my passion. So traveling in Quảng Ngãi, they cannot see, you understand? Because in a book, in Quảng Ngãi city, you don't see too much. Quảng Ngãi is not only Sơn Mỹ. Quảng Ngãi, we have many places. We have Micré Beach, we have Sahuin Beach, we have many things interesting. Yeah. In more, we have many waterfall, we have many minority, we have many beach, we have many countryside, many mountain.
So the beauty of Quảng Ngãi is not only limited to a few sites, but there is much more, in your opinion, to explore and discover. You've become also a very important kind of part and welcome part of your village too. The village of Khe Hiệp. The neighbors also very much love you.
You know, I live in Vietnam. I choose to live in Vietnam, so I want to live like a Vietnamese. Every morning I go outside, I say hello with my neighbor. If I live alone in my house, I'm very sad.
After your years of living here, do you feel like a part of you now is Vietnamese?
I said to you many times, I feel Vietnamese. Okay, I'm still French, but a big part of me is Vietnamese. When I speak, every time, in first I speak Vietnamese now. When I speak with you, in first I speak Vietnamese.
So you think in Vietnamese, basically?
Because every day I live Vietnamese. I live like a Vietnamese. When I go to market, when I meet my family, every time I think Vietnamese, you understand? And sometimes I meet some foreigner, they speak English or French with me, but I answer by Vietnamese. So after I must translate. And more, I live here like, I feel it's Vietnam is my country. I live here many years ago, for many years, so I feel Vietnamese, you understand?
Hai, ba, boom. Okay, tu.
Village life for Bruno each day is wrapped up with a walk around Khe Hiệp with his dog. The locals here have become accustomed to the friendly greetings of the Frenchman.
Bruno sống rất là tốt. Bruno là giúp đỡ cho mọi người, các cháu học sinh, sinh viên, dạ miễn phí cho các cháu. Thấy cái điều đó là Bruno làm là tấm lòng Bruno rất là tốt. Rồi cuộc sống của Bruno là coi như là hòa đồng với người dân ở đây, rất là hay.
Many of Bruno's neighbors are also families of his students, and they highly value the presence of Bruno's English-speaking club for the children.
Câu lạc bộ của bà Bruno là dạy cho hai con của mình được học á, là từ ngày tham gia được câu lạc bộ của bà Bruno là hai đứa là biết nói được nhiều từ gọi là ngoại ngữ và các cháu rất là thông thạo, và về cũng có hai đứa nó vẫn hai anh em tự tiếp xúc với nhau là tôi cảm thấy là có rất nhiều cái tiến bộ.
Bruno á, rất là thân thiện với hàng xóm, cho nên là khi mà Bruno mà đi ra ngoài đường á, là trẻ con thích lắm. Từ xa đã thấy Bruno là chào hello Bruno, tới bắt tay rồi mừng lắm. Đó là cái cách Bruno sống với mọi người ở đây. Rồi đi đâu Bruno gặp mọi người Bruno cũng chào hết. Rồi thậm chí là vô nhà gặp cái con bò Bruno cũng chào hello, con heo cũng chào hello. Cách của Bruno như vậy, đi đâu cũng chào hỏi, cho nên là mọi người cũng quý Bruno lắm.
Now, you've also joined in some volunteering activities here in the province. Can you tell us a little bit about some of these activities with the youth?
In first, I follow one university. One university invite me to join many activities. So every summer, we go to some village in the mountain, and we help to repair some house. We repair the street. We and after, when I have a break time, I speak English with children. And after every winter, before that, we go to the mountain tour. We give banchum tet, cake.
What do you love so much about volunteering activities here in Vietnam?
It makes me happier. It makes me useful. In more, it makes me younger. If I stay in my house, I do nothing, I feel very sad. You feel old quickly. But when I go outside and I help many people, I join many activities, I can be younger.
So now that you're living here among the people, what do you think about the village life here in Tịnh Khê?
I think the people live here, their life is difficult. It's not the comfortable life. Here they have enough to eat, but they cannot have more. So me, when I see the children have a difficult life, I want to help them. I want to help them to learn English. I want they get a job better, a good job, to have a life better. My mind is, if you want to help somebody, you don't give a fish. You help to fish. Bruno Hook, câu lạc bộ Bruno cho nên lớn hơn, Bruno muốn một phong học tốt hơn và ao đồng phúc cho tất cả học sinh.
That was the wish that Bruno expressed when asked by Vietnam Television's program Điều ước thứ 7 of the Seventh Wish in 2016. The program brought Bruno a surprise at the end of the 45-minute show.
Chúng ta sẽ cùng chờ xem là có những cái bất ngờ gì đang chờ thầy phía trước nhé.
Phòng của ai?
Thầy thử vào đi ạ, để xem là phòng của ai ạ. Em cũng không biết đây là phòng của ai.
Chào mừng đến với câu lạc bộ tiếng Anh của Bruno. Welcome to Bruno English Club.
Lớp học tiếng Anh này thì đã được Ủy ban Nhân dân xã Tịnh Khê cũng như ban giám hiệu của trường tiểu học Tịnh Khê 1 chính thức trao tặng cho thầy kể từ bây giờ.
Bruno can try hạnh phúc quá. I cannot imagine I can have a room like it.
The surprise continued when Bruno's students rated him in brand new club attire.
Wow, le t-shirt! Wow, le t-shirt!
Now, in the previous clip, we saw a program by the name of Điều ước thứ 7. In this program, you received a great surprise. Your wish of having, a newer space for the children to hold their English club was fulfilled. Tell us about this surprise and, this wish that you had.
Because in first, when I opened my club, it's a small club and we have nothing. We stay outside in the garden. And around, no seat, nothing. Only a little speaker and nothing, no blackboard, nothing. But we are happy already. I was very lucky. VTV asked me, what do I dream? So my English club became better.
Yes. Now that wish of having a newer space for the children to learn in has been fulfilled, what is your next big wish?
In first, I think I am happy already. I have many things already, But now my next wish, I want to discover many primary schools everywhere in Quảng Ngãi province. I want to go to many primary schools and speak with the children, don't have a chance to meet a foreigner. I visited many schools already, but I wish I can visit more schools. Yeah, many schools. Every week, one school.
In the years that you've been doing the work that you do so voluntarily and you don't take money for the work that you do. What has motivated you over the years to do what you do?
The love of the children. When I am with the children, I love them, I feel happy quickly. The smile is my money. You understand?
Yes.
Yeah. I live in Tịnh Khê, I don't need too much money. I live comfortable already. But I can teach in some center. I can be rich. I can get money to teach. But I prefer stay here and with my children. When they see me, when they smile, when they speak with me, it's my best salary. It's why I do what I do.
Yes. What are your hopes in the future for the people of Quảng Ngãi and your children?
I hope Tịnh Khê people and Quảng Ngãi people have a life better. I want the children have a good education to get a good job. to have a life better.
Overall, you feel like a part of you is Vietnamese and you want to obtain Vietnamese citizenship. So for you, what does Vietnam mean?
Vietnam mean, in my mind, mean peaceful. Solidarity, and Vietnam mean younger generation, yeah.
Well, thank you very much, Bruno, for joining us here on Talk Vietnam. Your story has very much been inspiring and sharing your life here in Quảng Ngãi. And we hope you have all of the best of luck in your future endeavors, in your pursuit to help more children here in the province.
I wish I live longer in Vietnam, longer and longer. I love Vietnam.
Thank you very much again. And that has wrapped up our edition of Talk Vietnam, coming to you from Quảng Ngãi, learning all about the inspiring life of Bruno Serignat. We hope you've enjoyed the edition. We'll see you more next time here on Talk Vietnam. Goodbye for now.